In the world of true crime, some stories aren't just about a single act of violence. They're about a debt being paid, a promise being kept, and a slow burn of revenge. This is a case that simmered for 4 years before it exploded in a hail of gunfire. It started with a simple contraband phone inside a prison. On one side, a dedicated prison officer, Lenny Scott, a man described as brave, honest, and proud. On the other, an inmate, Elias Morgan, a career criminal who found himself in deep trouble. When Scott discovered an illicit phone in Morgan's cell, he found more than just contraband. He found evidence that Morgan was having a sexual relationship with a female prison officer. Morgan, desperate, tried to bribe Scott with £1,500 to stay silent. But Lenny Scott was a man of principle. He refused. He did his job, and he reported the find. Morgan's attempts at a bribe turned to cold fury. He threatened Scott's family, vowing to bide his time and making a chilling gun gesture. Scott, in fear for his family's safety, reported the threats. A single distinct sound effect, a gunshot, then silence for a beat. Almost 4 years passed. Morgan had served his time. Lenny Scott had left the prison service and was a devoted father of 3. The world seemed to have moved on, but Morgan had not forgotten. His threat wasn't a bluff. It was a promise. On the night of February 8th last year, Lenny Scott was leaving a gym in Skelmersdale, Lancashire. Morgan, who had meticulously stalked his victim for weeks, was waiting. He approached Scott, pulled out a 9mm handgun, and shot him 6 times. Once in the head, 5 more times in the body. Then he fled the scene on an electric scooter. Elias Morgan turned himself into police, denying everything. But phone and vehicle data told a different story. It was a cold, calculated revenge killing. In court, prosecutors laid out a story of a long-held grudge. Morgan was found guilty of murder. Today, Elias Morgan faced the consequences of his long-planned crime. Mr. Justice Goose, passing sentence at Preston Crown Court, called the murder a carefully planned revenge killing of a prison officer. For this heinous act, Morgan has been sentenced to life in prison. He will serve a minimum of 45 years before he is eligible for parole. It is a long sentence that reflects the cold-blooded nature of the crime and the suffering inflicted on Lenny Scott's family.